International shipping is really expensive, especially when it comes to artwork, whether you are shipping art prints or really big paintings. If you are shipping anything from someone in the United States out of the country that is a commercial product, it is expensive. Not only are the shipping fees high, but the import taxes often are high, and the customers who purchase from you need to realize going into this that there will likely be some sort of a VAT tax or import tax on their artwork purchase. So as an artist trying to figure out how to sell your work online and ship to people all over the world, what are you to do? I made lots of mistakes around this over the years. I've lost a lot of money. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you my best tips so you won't make the mistakes that I did. First, I want to tell you a story about the highest shipping cost a customer ever paid to get some of my artwork shipped to them. Now, this was crazy. Okay, the person ordered the artwork from me. I think they were from Denmark, somewhere over there in that area, a European country. And they ordered a painting from me. It was a 30 by 40 painting frame. So it was like 32 inches by 42 inches by 3 inches. And it was quite heavy because it was a really solid wood frame, a very thick canvas. And I think it weighed maybe like 20 pounds by the time it was all packaged up, but it was a large box. And I thought originally that this customer would not pay this shipping cost because, okay, seriously, they bought my painting for $1,000, but the shipping cost was going to be $950. And I was like, who in their right mind would pay $950? Plus, there was going to be like a 50% import tax. So by the time they paid for the import tax and the shipping, it was more money than they paid for the artwork. I was like, there's no way somebody's going to buy this. So I just canceled the order. I just said the shipping cost is crazy expensive. Sorry, I'm refunding you. I just can't ship it to you. It's just not going to happen. And he responded with something like, well, I'm kind of a crazy person. How much is it going to be? And I told him, and he said yes. I was like, seriously? Somebody is willing to pay $1,000 for my painting and then $1,500 to have it shipped to them, including the import tax? This, I don't know. Personally, I would never have done this if I was in that customer's position. And I don't know how many customers actually would, but it was really awesome. It was a huge compliment to me as an artist to think that somebody wanted my artwork that badly, and that they would do this. So they would go through all of this expense to get it. So I packaged it up really well, sent it off. They received it and they were really happy. They got the painting. It was a painting I made called Return. I'm showing it right now on the screen so you can see what it looks like. It was one of my large surrealism landscapes that I painted. One of the better ones I ever painted, I think, honestly. So the story ended well. The customer was happy. I got paid for my artwork, but it was really expensive for the customer. And in most situations, your customers probably will not want to go ahead and purchase. They will want a refund. At the time when I sold this piece, I had flat fee shipping on my website of like $75 to anybody in any international country for any size of a painting that they purchased from me. And I thought this would be fine because most of the time, if people buy like a 16 by 20 or 18 by 24, that would barely cover the shipping. It would be okay. Even if it was a little bit more, I'd still make it out on it okay because I would be selling it for $300 or $400. So if I lost like $25 of that to go toward the shipping cost, I was fine with that. But not realizing that some of these big paintings to certain countries are like really, really expensive, I had to start rethinking my shipping strategy because you don't want to be canceling orders on customers all the time. You're losing money doing that. You're disappointing people. And it's a waste of time and effort for you to have to constantly be canceling orders if you can't afford the shipping. On the other hand, if you want to go ahead and fill the order, you might just be losing money on the shipping. So how to avoid this? Use calculated shipping. Weigh up all of your items that you're shipping, and then make sure to have that programmed in your website shopping cart. And so that way you can calculate the shipping to each country. And as your shipping costs go up, your shopping cart on your website will be able to automatically calculate the increases of postage over time. So you won't have to worry so much about if your customers know what they're paying ahead of time. I would just recommend on your website to have a clear statement that says that if they're from an international country, they might have to pay an import tax, and it could be up to 50% the cost of what the artwork is. They need to contact their local tax authority or whoever that is in their country to make sure of what that cost is going to be. This way you won't get disappointed or angry customers. Because I know for me, I have had really angry customers sometimes. They get artwork from me in the mail and then they're really mad because all of a sudden there's like this $50 or $100 import tax. And I'm like, look, well, it was on my website, but even if you put it on there, you're gonna get angry customers sometimes. I try to apologize and smooth it over as best I can and try to act like, well, I'm so sorry, they didn't realize, and don't blame it on them, try to take the blame, but be as nice as you can about the whole situation. And usually, I don't know, they might not shop from you again, but they might at least not be too angry to leave you a bad review. Last tip, and this is the best one because it's going to save you money. If you're not doing this already, make sure to use USPS, the United States Postal Service, for shipping all of your international packages because they are a lot less expensive than like UPS or FedEx. And one thing in particular about this, there are comparable prices between like UPS and USPS going into Canada, but it's a lot more expensive for the Canadian customers paying their import taxes if you ship through UPS. So I always ship through the United States Postal Service, USPS, for all of my international shipping. This way I don't have to worry about extra costs, extra surprising import tax payment fees, because sometimes UPS charges extra fees for them just to even pay their import tax. This is beyond the actual import tax. They charge like a filing fee for paying the tax. And so that's something to keep in mind of. But the USPS does not charge extra fees for submitting an import tax payment within that country. So yeah, there's a lot of like things here about the international shipping. Well, I hope these tips helped. I know they've helped me in my business. If you'd like to learn more about selling your art online, check out this video. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.